Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading of today. It is a Saturday evening here in South Africa as I'm doing this reading, and I have my makeshift copyright sign on the table, the tarot table. It'll be there for a little while longer until I can get out and about and do something proper. But anyway, we are here reading yet again on the car chase, but not so much the car chase with the Urban Tarot, but the money side of things, the money-making opportunities that the Parkles possibly availed themselves of while they were in Manhattan. And this is according to some very interesting commentary by Ibble Dibble. She's a YouTuber. She's got a fabulous channel. Do go and watch. It's highly recommended. It's really quite eye-opening. Her analysis of that night in New York. She is a New Yorker. She knows all about it. She knows all about the PR game and very informed. And she really did a forensic analysis of what happened that night. And according to Ibble Dibble's opinion, of course it is all just opinion, the Parkles, were guilty possibly of double and triple dipping. She believes that the SUVs they arrived in were a deal with Hertz, and that's why they entered through the Hertz entrance, through the car hire place, and not through any of the many other very private access points that they could have availed of at that particular venue. So first of all, she believes there was a deal with Hertz. Then she believes that there was a deal with the Paps and merching the clothes, the shoes, everything else. So 3 possible ways that they could monetize the evening. We know that they allegedly tried to get a freebie from the Carlisle. That didn't work. They had to sleep on someone's couch. I'm being sarcastic. But 3 possible opportunities. I'm going to look at this Hertz story. That this was all deliberate. This was merching of the finest kind. A deal made with Hertz. Of course, it's speculation. And let's remind you as I shuffle the Urban Tarot that we're dealing here with tarot. It's for fun. It's for entertainment. It's all opinion, speculation, gossip. It's archetypal energy that I read here. Because we're involved with the royals, they're an archetypal family. We can learn from archetypes. As Meghan herself is very aware, and she won an award, in fact, that night for her vision and leadership with regard to women, no doubt partly prompted by that podcast series. And disclaimer in the box below, please read it, form your own opinion about this Hertz story. But maybe truth does hurt. Truth hurts, as everybody is now saying. And let us have a look. 5-card reading, short little reading, just to round off proceedings here today. And yeah, cards are hopping. We're done. They're very big cards. They're quite difficult to shuffle. So let's see. 5-card readings, looking at this Hertz deal, possible deal, alleged deal, according to Ibble Dibble, that there might have been some money being made on the side, that exciting night out in New York, and nothing ever straightforward with the Parkles. This is seemingly just another of those rather strange events. And we've got the Lovers that's come up as the underlying energy of the 5-card reading, and that is a deal. A partnership. Doesn't have to be romantic, the Lovers. It is about any form of union, any form of partnership. We're talking a business deal here, a merching opportunity. And there it is. There is the Lovers, a couple, Harry and Meghan, of course, being used to merch. And if the lights suddenly change, that's because we have load shedding here in South Africa ongoing, and our lights have just come back on. So that's a daily occurrence for us here, and more than a daily occurrence, a multiple occurrence during the day. But anyway, enough of that. The Lovers. So the situation, the actual situation, the heart of this, what are we dealing with? We've got the Knight of Swords. It's called the Game Master in this tarot deck. Somebody who is the mastermind behind the scenes, the brains of the operation. It's not a very high level. It's a knight. It's not a king. So a middleman, a go-between. There's somebody who's strategic here with the Knight of Swords. Somebody who's come up with this game plan. This is a very particular tarot deck. It has its own very particular interpretations of cards. It is derived from the Rider-Waite, but some of the cards have their own energy and their own interpretations. And I absolutely get that with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very swift moving, very strategic, quite aggressive. And as I say, this sounds to me like the brains of the operation. Somebody came up with this strategy to see how they could take advantage of this opportunity, of this award that Meghan won. And I use the term won loosely because in my opinion, she didn't win it, she paid for it, but it was all to her advantage financially. But we're going to check and see. So Hertz, was there some kind of deal with Hertz and the Parkles? Allegedly. Oh yes. Couldn't be clearer. 9 of Pentacles. Again, the card is called in this tarot deck. 9 of Pentacles, and you can see it's normally the happy single woman who has got her money, she's got her huge divorce payment, or she's earned her millions doing whatever, and now she's free. She's free to enjoy herself and to indulge in luxury. And absolutely, and it's interesting how yellow this card is. So absolutely, according to the tarot and according to the energy of these cards, and in my opinion, absolutely, there was a big deal between herself and Hertz. How much money was on the table that night, not just with allegedly Hertz, but with the Paps, with the merching, all of those things that Ibble Dibble speculated could have been monetized for Meghan. In particular, I doubt that Harry saw any of it. It's very much her energy here, not his. How much money was on the table that night? And we've got the Chariot, and there is literally the car chase in a yellow car. This is really scary. It's not a money card, but it's a success and ambition card. She had more in mind than just the triple dipping that was analysed in a very forensic way by Ibble Dibble. And I hope she doesn't mind me referencing her so much here in this tarot reading, but it is just a tarot reading, of course. The Chariot, the car chase, the taxi, there was a bigger goal in mind than just a bit of spare cash to take home from a weekend in New York. This was big. The Chariot card is ambition, huge ambition. It's quite a political card. So there is political ambition written into that card just by virtue of the card that it is in tarot. Have to say that. Especially as there are rumors swirling that Oprah might get a sort of caretaker gig in California in the Senate. That's on the cards, not my cards, but the rumor mill is doing the rounds. I haven't read on it. I may. But it could also be Netflix, because allegedly there was a Netflix crew in the SUV behind the Parkles filming everything. So there was a lot riding on this. A lot more than just merching a gold dress that was last year's dress on sale. So that's my opinion. Let's see how they feel about this all unraveling and being exposed. Numerous places, numerous people. How does it feel for them? Knight of Cups in reverse. It's called the Seducer, and it is about manipulating people, the Knight of Cups, emotionally. Asking how they feel about it. They are very upset. When you get Cups in the reverse, you get sobbing on the floor. Very upset, very possibly humiliated, embarrassed, that their machinations and the machinations of the game master have been exposed so boldly that they weren't able to show face at the next awards event in LA a few days later. Also, it's manipulation in the sense of our emotions were going to be manipulated by this mad car chase in this chariot. And for a brief second they were. And people were horror struck. Oh no, it's happening to them. And everybody flashed back to that tunnel in Paris. But exposed and embarrassed, hurt, sobbing, distressed, definitely. And what impact is this all going to have on their ability to monetize themselves in future? Make deals like this alleged deal with Hertz, partnerships like that going forward. What impact is this going to have on that kind of financial benefit? And we have got the Ten of Cups in reverse. It's a very woke tarot deck, the Urban Tarot. The Ten of Cups is about happy ever after, is about family, is about being in the arms of your loved ones and feeling, that warm fuzzy feeling of being surrounded by people who love and adore you. It's their popularity that has gone down to a place where it can't possibly be salvaged. Even a car chase in New York can't salvage it. It just makes it worse. Near catastrophic car chase, let's remind you. But the Ten of Cups in reverse, their popularity is down, 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 rock bottom. And so anybody who's got a brand that they want to promote and is looking at Meghan and Harry is going to think, no, people aren't going to buy it. People don't like them. People actively dislike them now. Comments are really turning quite poisonous against them, and particularly in the US where there was more sympathy for them as a couple. It seems like the tide has really turned against them. So a great unhappiness again, the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is devastating. It's really emotionally devastating for Harry and Meghan, particularly for Meghan, I would say. It's sitting under the Meghan making money card, the Ten of Cups in reverse. Devastating emotionally, but from a brand point of view, those big name brands are going to say, no, we've got other people that are far more popular, that aren't nearly as toxic, and we'd rather spend our ad money or our whatever money over there rather than with the Parkles. So a big fail for them, and they are feeling it, and it's an emotional fail. It's humiliating, as well as everything else from a financial point of view, a financial fail. So that is your reading. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow.